Hey guys!
So today we're doing a story time with Erin. And this story is about me, but she's in it. Yeah. We'll explain it.
Basically, I have to say a lot of the story because she doesn't remember.
Yeah.
That's a hint. This is also going on both of our channels.
I'm
Link in the description! So, as I said in the intro, this is about me and Marnie, but we also got our two sides. We're just going to explain a little bit. She fainted in front of a load of year 11s and 10s in an assembly. Were we in year 8 at this point?
Yeah.
We were in year 8, so they were like giants. Still are to us, but you know. Yeah, we were doing tech crew in front of the whole like place because how do I explain it? We do tech crew for all the teachers, so like we help them out because they don't know what they're doing sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it. It all started off, we were just setting up for the assembly, everything was fine, and then we got into assembly, we were about halfway through, would you say?
Yeah.
And then I hear Marnie go, "Erin, I don't feel well."
I really did not feel well. I felt like I was gonna throw up, but I knew I wasn't gonna throw up. Like that kind of feeling.
I didn't know what to do because we were there and we can't make any noise in assembly, and it was with one of the stricter teachers in our school as well. It was one of the strictest teachers in our school.
And the last, I remember seeing, I don't know if you know, but some of you might, you know when you're about to faint or something and you can see all like little bits of fuzz taking over and like you can't really see anything? But I was getting that, and the last thing I remember saying is, I need to sit down because I knew it was coming.
And I was like, I went to go like this. Okay, Marnie, sit down and get a drink. She didn't hear me say that. She didn't remember. And then the next thing, it was just like, boom.
I hit my head.
There was like this you know, like when teachers are doing like posh assemblies. They have the little lectern and they have the little words.
Yeah, and that thing that they read the words off and it's like a microphone.
Why are we so like?
I hit my head on the corner of it.
And oh my god, I was so scared. And then everyone just stopped, and she landed on my bag. and her bag. Yeah. And there was like iPads in our bags. I'm pretty sure you crushed my plastic water bottle. I had this plastic.
I don't remember this.
I'm pretty sure you crushed it. But when she landed on the floor, she did this like little spaz, like.
Fit.
Yeah, she had a little fit. It was like, and she was like, it was like rebooting. And then.
So embarrassing.
And what she did was, once that happened, the teacher pushed the lectern back and then moved our bags. But he was like first aid.
I have no idea how long I was on the past.
Yeah, it was like 5-10 seconds.
Really?
It wasn't on. Or maybe 30 seconds because you let a little spaz.
But what happened was, when I woke up, I kind of wasn't with it. I couldn't hear anything, and my sight was like gradually coming back. And then when I could fully think of everything and see, understand what was going on, I see an empty hall. The teacher had made everyone go out of the hall.
So everyone had literally left.
So
I was just standing there staring at her like.
I didn't know. I couldn't hear.
I was petrified. I nearly cried because I was that petrified. I was like, oh my god, is she okay? Oh my god.
At this point, I still couldn't hear anything, and I looked up, and I see 3 teachers. One of my tech teachers, one of the wood tech teachers, an art teacher, and there was another one, but I can't remember.
I think it was Miss.
Don't say.
No,
and then
it was our citizen teacher.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, why on earth am I dreaming about my teachers?
She thought she was having a dream.
I thought I was in a dream.
And then she turned, and I just.
And
do
then
you want to say about this?
Yeah.
Well, first she lifted her head up, and she was kind of just looking around. Yeah. I was looking at her giving this stare,
she was like this.
I was literally I was shaking because I was so scared of what had just happened.
Basically, they sat me up. I could hear at this point.
Yeah.
And then I turned to Erin, and she looks so scared, she's gonna cry.
Her eyes were giant, by the way. Her eyes. Do you see your big eyes?
For some reason, I don't know why, but I was just looking around like this. I wasn't blinking. I just I don't know why.
I usually laugh when she does that, but I was so scared at this point. I was like.
So I looked at her. God. And I didn't really feel like talking, so I just smiled at her. I was just like this.
See your big eyes. You know, it was a big cheesy smile. It was like this.
Yeah, I was like, as if to say,
no, it was
I'm alright.
No, she was just doing this. She's just looking around.
I had no idea.
Do that, like in your big eyes.
No.
She literally just does that. And I'm just like, oh thank God
Yeah,
she's
because
alive.
I just smiled at her to like kind of say to her, yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah.
So they made me have a drink, and they let me sit there for about 5-10 minutes.
Oh, this is the best funny
You
bit.
can tell this bit.
Basically, when Marnie got up, like she had jelly legs, I'm pretty sure.
I couldn't.
And there were
really.
teachers like this, under her arms, like holding her each side like this.
Yeah.
And she just couldn't stop laughing.
I don't know why.
There was nothing funny. All the teachers were laughing at her because she was laughing. And then there was me with like 20 million bags.
Yeah, she
like,
carried all the bags.
She had like 2 bags that day, and I had 2 bags or 3.
But I remember I just couldn't stop laughing. There was nothing even funny. I just couldn't stop laughing.
And then you actually got me out of doing a drama or something like that.
Yeah. So we went to the medical room.
She laid on the bed.
Yeah.
And had,
so they gave me some biscuits.
Digestives.
Yeah, I was quite happy about that and having some biscuits. And that's when I kind of noticed how much my head hurt.
But
because I smacked it on a corner like that. I just went boom on the corner.
And made this massive thump. And then for like a week after as well, everyone was like, oh my God, is your friend okay? Is your friend okay?
Yeah, and random people, I had no idea who they were, came up to me like, oh my God, you're the girl that passed out in assembly, are you alright?
She got so embarrassed. But anyway, back. She was like in the bed, and then she just kind of came into realization. She was like, ah, my head. And I was like, oh, by the way, you hit your head.
So
like, she didn't even know. And I was like, oh, by the way, you hit your head. And she was like, that's why it hurt so much. And she was there, and we got her an ice pack, and then she felt a bit better, didn't you?
So I went back to the next lesson.
We missed the first lesson. Like I said, they let me sit with her because like she didn't really know what was going on. So like,
yeah.
Sorry, we're looking over there because there's like people, but she kind of didn't know what was going on. They were like, oh, can you just explain to her what happened and stay with her?
Stay with me.
So I stayed with her, got her some drink, food, like little biscuits, and then she came to lessons. And then like, what was it, like 2 lessons in?
No, it was in IT. I was like, oh,
no, yeah, it's like 2 lessons in.
Yeah, second
and
lesson.
her head was like,
I was like, no,
I'm
gotta go home.
To be honest, I thought they'd send her home.
Yeah, they would have. It's just I said I could go back to lesson, but then I started feeling really bad.
Yeah. And then she went home. And then everyone is like, whenever one of us is ill, it's so bad because we work together in every lesson, we sit together, and we're just like sat there like, hi.
Yeah.
We're like really quiet on them days.
Yeah.
But basically, we both, well. So basically, she came back to school the next day, did you?
Yeah.
Didn't you go to the doctor's at home? Or did you just stay
Yeah,
at
I
home?
went to the doctor's because I like started feeling really tired. Like,
yeah.
So my mum took me to the doctor's, and that was all fine. Just had some medicine and an early night.
She
And
came
then
to
I was
school the next day.
fine the next day. Yeah. So that was fun.
But yeah, it was actually really good. As I said before, like everyone was like asking me like, are you okay? You're the one that fainted. How are you doing? What happened? You hit your head really hard.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that lectern's got like a dent in it probably.
Nah, yeah, it was wooden. And I had teachers asking me as well, even teachers that weren't there.
Teachers weeks after, because everyone like found out. But we did have like the first thing. I don't know if you knew it. When she fainted. Why are we not doing this in order now? Because we're just thinking of stuff that happened. But as soon as she fainted, the teacher that was front, can we have? Is there a medic, please? Do you have a medic? And I was just stood there like, oh my God! And everyone was staring at me because they couldn't see you because you were behind the lectern. And everyone was just staring at me. And I was like, Marnie, wake up now, please. But yeah, it was really good.
So yeah.